Hello there, guys. Take a look at this position. Does it seem like white is winning? I don't think so. In the first quick look here, it looks like we're going to lose this, but actually, white can win. Of course, this pawn is only two steps away from promotion, and it has a very big part on that. But anyway, it's not at all easy to find out how. It's very, very hard. White has to play a lot of exact moves in a row to win this. And it's now time for you to find out if you can solve this on your own. So pause the video, analyze this game on your own time, and when you return, I will go through all the variations with you. Go ahead. Okay, welcome back. So we want to get this pawn to promotion. If we want to start with our king here, it's just not good enough. Black can take this pawn right away. He can also play rook c1, threaten to take our knight. If we move it, he can simply just, to show it's easy for black to save a draw, just sacrifice his rook right away, this pawn will fall, and that's a draw. So that's not something we should look more at. If we move our knight somewhere to protect our pawn, black can do exact same thing if he wants to. He can just go here, and wherever we go, he will just sacrifice, grab the next pawn, and it's a draw. Of course, black could play better moves than that, but I'm just showing you that there's no point in looking at that. And there's no point in sacrifice this pawn either. It doesn't give us really anything. Black can take it with his rook, and then he can, if we continue here, well, then he just plays rook c5. And if we try to, we cannot really stop rook c5 other than this, but black can have a check here before. It looks interesting. And if we come here, well, he can start moving his king, get the rook down here. We are just too far away from this. Black will stop this pawn for sure. Okay, so there's no point in sacrificing that. No, instead we want to get this pawn promoted. So of course we're gonna start with playing that first crucial move, c7. Now we're only one step away. We're threatening to promote to the next move. And what can black do about it? Well, he cannot give a check here. He cannot play rook c1. Then we will just promote, of course. Easy win. So after c7, the only logical move for black is, of course, to take this pawn up here with a check. So we lost one pawn. Now we cannot lose the other one. Black cannot be allowed to threaten this or to even sacrifice his rook at it. We will need to protect it all the way to get a queen out of it. So after the rook takes on h4 with a check, how can we proceed as white? Again, there's only one move from here that wins for white. Can you see it? Well, here it comes, and it's beautiful. It's knight to d4. Such a fantastic knight sacrifice. We just put it in between. It's easy for black to take, but if he takes with a check, we move our king down to b3, stopping black from coming to c4. And you see, of course, our pawn is protecting d8, so black cannot put his rook there either. So all he can do is get another check. Then we come down with the c2 to c2 with the king. And now, next move, we will promote. Black cannot do anything about it. So this beautiful interception here with the knight to d4 really messes with black's plan to sacrifice his rook here. The only other thing he can do other than taking it with the rook is to go with the rook to h8. And he wants to come here, not there, here, and then just take it, of course, or sacrifice on it. So again, white's turn here, and again, only one move still wins this for white. Can you see it? Here it comes. We need to play the knight to c6 here. Our king is too far away. He cannot be involved in those. We don't have time for that. Knight c6 is beautiful because we are now threatening to put the knight on d8. And if we put it there, then black cannot do anything about this pawn. Also, if we place the rook to c8, well, what do we have there? Then we have a little check here. A nice little fork, and we grab the rook, and we just move our knight, and this will become a queen, and it's an easy win, of course. So the rook cannot come to c8, and we are still threatening here. Does he want to play the rook on the other side to stop the knight from coming to d8? Yeah, perhaps. But then we just put it on b8 instead. So that's totally unnecessary for him. So, okay, he wants to get away from this fork here. Black will play king to f6. Now he's threatening to get his rook there. But we will, of course, make our plans as we did. The knight comes to d8. And now we want to get this to a queen. But black hasn't given up. Now he will start checking us. Rook h4. And again, it's actually only one move that wins. For every move here, up to now, there's only one move that wins all the time. And of course, the king needs to come to b3 to protect the c4 square. We don't want black to put his rook here. And here comes another check then on h3. Now, again, if we move away somewhere, obviously he will put the rook on c3, so we want to do something about that. We cannot go up either. That's a big mistake, because black can then put his rook on h1, and he will put it on c1 the next move with a check, and grab our pawn, even though we promote before, we're just going to lose it. So with the check, we're going to put it king on c2. Black continues to check. Now we need a plan, because we cannot just go like this towards the rook. Then he will put his rook on c2 or c1. So we have to stay one step away from the c file all the way. That means we're going to go up to d3. Still stopping the rook here. And another check. And of course we can't come closer. The rook will come here, and he will stop our pawn. So we just now move all the way up and hide behind his king with the king to d6. Now there are no more checks for black unless he wants to sacrifice his rook, and that won't give him anything. So his last try is rook to h1, allowing us to promote, which we will do, and then he will check us from behind. But I think you can see pretty quick now how white wins this. Yes, the king has to come to c7, and when the next check comes, now we have the knight, and we put it in between. And after this, black will just resign, finally. It took us a lot of moves, 12, 13 moves, something like that, but in the end, we got our queen here, and we're going to win this pretty easy from here. All right, thank you for watching this, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow again in another video. Bye-bye.